Dr. Reardon was a visionary, a scientific virtuoso. She toiled tirelessly in her lab, driven by a singular goal to reverse the aging process. Her creation, a shimmering emerald elixir, held the promise of eternal youth. But with great power comes great responsibility, or in this case, a really big mishap. You see, the serum worked a little too well. Instead of gracefully turning back the clock, it threatened to rewind it entirely. Dr. Reardon needed an antidote, and fast. Enter Dr. Mayweather, Dr. Reardon's perpetual rival, he of the neatly trimmed beard and condescending smirk. Mayweather was, to put it mildly, a thorn in Dr. Reardon's side. He scoffed at her theories, belittled her research, and never missed an opportunity to steal her thunder. So, when Dr. Reardon found herself in need of a test subject for her antidote, guess who sprang to mind? It was payback time, served with a side of scientific curiosity.
Always the eager beaver, Reardon. Let's see what you've cooked up this time.
Dr. Mayweather, oblivious to Dr. Reardon's machinations, readily agreed to sample her latest concoction. He downed the serum in one gulp. At first, elation. His wrinkles seemed to fade. His eyes regained their youthful sparkle. But the transformation didn't stop there. The hands on the clock were spinning backward, and Dr. Mayweather was along for the ride. Section 4. The Curious Case of the Reverse. Benjamin Button. Dr. Mayweather was getting younger by the minute. His hair, once peppered with grey, was now a vibrant shade of brown. His stature shrunk, his clothes hanging loosely on his rapidly de-aging frame. He was like a Benjamin Button in reverse, hurtling towards infancy at an alarming rate.
"Reardon, what have you done to me?" he squeaked, his voice now a high-pitched squeal.
Section 5. Mayday! Mayday! Chaos ensued. Dr. Mayweather, now a rambunctious 10-year-old, careened through the lab, wreaking havoc. He tripped over beakers, splattering chemicals across the floor. He accidentally activated the fire alarm, sending the entire building into a frenzy. The grand finale? A run-in with the local police, who apprehended him for trying to break into the vending machine. Apparently some things never change, regardless of age.
"Help! I just wanted some candy!" he shouted, his voice cracking with a mix of panic and frustration.
"All right, kid, let's get you back to the lab," the officer said, shaking his head in disbelief.
Section 6. A Bundle of Joy and a Scientific Conundrum. Dr. Reardon, initially amused by Dr. Mayweather's predicament, found herself facing a rather large ethical dilemma. She had a responsibility to reverse the process, to restore her nemesis to his pompous, adult self. But as she gazed at the now infant Dr. Mayweather, swaddled in a blanket, a strange feeling washed over her. A warmth, a tenderness. Could it be maternal instinct?
You know, Reardon, sometimes life's greatest surprises come in the smallest packages, Dr. Minokian remarked, a knowing smile on her face.
The essay ends, leaving the reader with a lingering image. Dr. Reardon pushing a stroller, a mischievous grin on her face, and a very familiar-looking baby gurgling happily within. The serum remained a mystery, the antidote elusive. But as Dr. Reardon had discovered, sometimes life's greatest surprises come in the smallest packages.